All right, buckle up, everyone, because today we're diving headfirst into a realm of absolute gaming excellence.
Oh yeah, we're talking those Nintendo Switch games that have managed to snag that coveted perfect 10 out of 10 score.
You know, the ones that make you want to call your friends and be like, dude, you have to play this.
Absolutely, and you sent over this awesome video. Top 10 perfect 10-10 Switch games you must play.
And honestly, just glancing at the list, it's pretty clear we've got a wild ride ahead of us.
From epic adventures,
To mind-bending RPGs.
heart-pounding fighters, even some classic remasters that they just blow you away.
Seriously, it's kind of mind-blowing how many Switch games have managed to hit that perfect 10-10.
It really makes you think, like
Yeah.
what does it even take to reach that level of gaming nirvana?
Right. Because it's clearly more than just graphics or gameplay, right? It's got to be something deeper, something that truly resonates with players.
Exactly. It's about innovation, about pushing the boundaries of what games can achieve, both technically and emotionally.
All right, well, let's not waste any more time. Let's kick things off with the first game on our list, chronologically speaking.
Okay, sounds good.
The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt.
A classic.
Now, open world gets thrown around a lot these days, but what is it about this game's world that makes it so special?
Well, for starters, the world of The Witcher 3, it's not just about size, it's about depth. It's a world that truly feels alive, with characters that have their own motivations, their own stories.
And the choices you make in this world, they actually matter. They shape the narrative, they have consequences.
Right. It's not just about following a set path. You're actually shaping the world around you with every decision you make.
And you always talk about wanting to get lost in a game, to really feel like you're part of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And The Witcher 3 definitely delivers on that front.
Well, speaking of getting lost in amazing worlds, let's talk about a couple of legendary entries. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh man, where do we even begin with these games? They're not just Zelda games, they're like,
Seriously. They took everything we loved about Zelda exploration, puzzle solving, combat, and completely reinvented it all within this massive, vibrant world that just begs you to explore every nook and cranny.
Breath of the Wild, for example. It introduced this incredible physics-based gameplay system that just blew everyone away. You could climb almost anything, experiment with the environment to solve puzzles, even cook.
It was like they gave you all these tools and said, go nuts, the world is your oyster.
Exactly. And then Tears of the Kingdom. Oh man, they took that innovation to a whole new level.
I know, right? The verticality of the world, the sheer number of ways you could interact with it.
That ultra hand ability where you can fuse objects together to create vehicles, weapons, tools, it's just genius. It adds this whole other layer of creativity and problem solving to the game.
It really felt like there was always something new to discover, some new way to approach a challenge.
Absolutely.
Okay, so from these massive, expansive worlds, we're going to shift gears a bit and talk about something a little different. Persona 5 Royal.
Oh yeah, a JRPG that really dives deep into some thought-provoking themes.
Now, I'm not super familiar with JRPGs, but I've heard incredible things about this one. What is it that makes it so special?
Well, Persona 5 Royal, it's about so much more than just battling monsters. It's a game that explores societal pressures, corruption, the complexities of human relationships, all with this incredibly stylish presentation. I mean, the visuals are just stunning. It's this blend of anime aesthetics with this like jazzy, almost funky soundtrack that just creates this really unique atmosphere.
It sounds like the kind of game that stays with you long after you've finished it.
Oh, definitely. It's got those memorable characters, those thought-provoking themes, and the story just really sticks with you.
Well, speaking of games that stay with you, let's talk about a game that many consider a classic. Metroid Prime Remastered.
Ah, yes. A true masterpiece brought back to life on the Switch.
It's not just a simple graphical upgrade, though, right? It's a complete reimagining of the game.
Exactly. They took what made the original Metroid Prime so groundbreaking, the atmospheric world, the immersive first-person exploration, that incredible sense of isolation and discovery, and they brought it all to life with modern graphics and gameplay enhancements while staying true to what made the original so special.
It's like they took something already amazing and made it even better, you know?
Exactly.
Okay, well now it's time to crank up the action a bit with Bayonetta 3.
Oh yeah, get ready for some serious, stylish chaos.
This game is known for its over-the-top combat and, Well, let's be honest, it's sheer absurdity.
Oh, absolutely. Bayonetta 3 is a spectacle in the best possible way. The combat is incredibly fluid, rewarding you for pulling off crazy combos and stylish executions.
It's like they took the phrase "go big or go home" and just ran with it. Right?
Yeah, and the characters, they're just larger than life, completely unapologetic in their awesomeness.
Sounds like my kind of game.
Well,
Okay, well, let's shift gears again and talk about a game that redefines survival horror. Resident Evil 4.
a true classic. And honestly, it's kind of wild to think you can now experience that level of tension and fear on a handheld console.
Right. This would be a whole different experience playing it on the go.
The atmosphere is just as oppressive, the enemies just as unsettling, and that constant feeling of resource scarcity, it's all there. They modernized some elements for sure, but the core gameplay, that sense of dread that made the original so impactful, it's all intact.
So they managed to update it without losing the essence of what made it great.
Exactly. It's Resident Evil 4, but like revitalized for a new generation.
Nice. Okay, well, from the terrifying world of survival horror, let's settle up and head to the Wild West with Red Dead Redemption.
Ah, yes. A game that's less about jump scares and more about the slow burn of a truly captivating story.
I mean, Red Dead Redemption, it's a game that's often praised for its story and characters.
And for good reason, the game really immerses you in this meticulously crafted world that feels like it's on the verge of change, you know? You play as John Marston, a former outlaw who's forced to confront his past in a world that's rapidly leaving him behind.
It's like a Western, but with heart.
Yeah.
With real emotional depth.
Exactly. And the setting itself, the vast, untamed wilderness, it almost feels like a character in itself. You can feel the weight of history, the sense of a way of life that's fading away.
All right, well, let's switch gears one last time and talk about a game that's a true celebration of gaming history. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, this is more than just a fighting game, you know? It's like a love letter to video games as a whole.
Seriously, the roster is insane. It spans decades of gaming, bringing together characters from all these different franchises.
It's like the ultimate crossover event, and it's done with so much love and attention to detail. It's a game that's both incredibly fun to play and a joy to simply experience, a testament to the power and the legacy of video games as a medium.
It sounds like the ultimate party game for any gamer, regardless of their background.
Absolutely. And finally, we have Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with its sprawling sci-fi world and complex narrative.
I've heard it's a pretty ambitious JRPG, one that really delves into some heavy themes.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is not afraid to tackle big questions, you know? It explores themes of life, death, the cyclical nature of conflict, all within this vast, interconnected world that just begs to be explored.
And the characters, they're not just there to move the plot along. They have their own backstories, their own motivations, and their destinies are all intertwined in this really fascinating way.
And the combat system, while complex, it's super rewarding once you get the hang of it. It encourages strategic thinking, planning out your attacks, utilizing your party members' unique abilities to overcome challenges.
Wow, it sounds like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is an experience that really demands your attention, but one that rewards that attention with something truly special.
Oh, definitely. It's one of those games that just sticks with you long after you finished it.
Well, it's honestly incredible to see such a diverse range of games all achieving that perfect 10-10 score.
Yeah. It's pretty clear that just being technically sound isn't enough, you know? These games go above and beyond. They offer these compelling narratives, these innovative gameplay mechanics, these immersive worlds that really transport you somewhere else.
They push the boundaries of what games can be, both in terms of technical achievements and their emotional impact on players.
Exactly. And I think that raises a pretty interesting question for everyone listening.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on us. What's the question?
Well, if all these wildly different games can achieve a perfect score, then what does that mean for you, the player? What makes your perfect 10-10 game?
Ooh, that's a great question. It really makes you think about what you value most in a game, what elements truly resonate with you.
Yeah, because in the end, it's a subjective experience, right? What might be a masterpiece for one person could be just okay for someone else.
Totally. So everyone listening, don't just take our word for it, or even the word of the critics. Go out there, explore these amazing games, and see what speaks to you, what challenges you, what leaves a lasting impression.
Because who knows, maybe you'll discover your own personal 10-10 gem hiding in plain sight.
Exactly. There's a whole world of incredible gaming experiences out there waiting to be discovered, so go out there and find your own gaming bliss.
Happy gaming.
And that's our deep dive for today, folks. We'll catch you next time with another exciting topic.
See ya!
Well,